During the intense era of the space race, when all eyes turned to the glowing red sky, America's Viking spacecraft marked a resounding victory by landing on the surface of Mars. This success didn't just open the door to a new age of interplanetary exploration. It ignited a fire of ambition within Soviet scientists. And so, their sights shifted to a tiny moon called Phobos. From the outside, it appeared to be just a quiet rock drifting through the cosmos. But within, it harbored a haunting secret that chilled even the boldest minds. What lies behind Mars' cursed companion? To this day, scientists continue to fiercely debate the possibility of extraterrestrial life. When the first probes landed here, the imagined visions of life gave way to a bleak reality. Scientists declared it a scene of desolation, an atmosphere thick with red haze, blended with a sickly green tinge. And yet, after extensive research, that perspective began to shift completely. In truth, Mars's atmosphere leans toward a blue-gray hue, not the crimson or lush green often painted in illustrations. Its surface, in the distant past, was once submerged beneath vast oceans. But ever since its magnetic field collapsed, the atmosphere stood defenseless against the sun's brutal force. With its protective shield gone, solar winds swept in, water vanished into vapor, and the surface was left cold and unforgiving. And so, traces still remain in eternal form at the two snow-covered poles. Scientists have discovered organic molecules in Martian rocks, the foundational elements of primitive life. If the red planet once harbored, or still holds, seeds of life, could its tiny orbiting moons be hiding similar secrets? Mars has two moons, Phobos and Deimos. First discovered in 1877 by American astronomer Asaph Hall, Phobos is the larger moon, and orbits closer to Mars. What's strange is that it circles the planet at an incredibly close distance, only about 8,000 kilometers away. To put that in perspective, Earth's moon is nearly 322,000 kilometers from us. A staggering difference. Phobos's surface is scarred with massive impact craters, covered in layers of old, gray, lifeless dust. Its shape is also deeply unusual, misshapen and rugged, evoking the image of an ancient potato drifting aimlessly through space. From a distance, Phobos truly resembles a lost asteroid more than a genuine moon. For a long time, the astronomical community believed it was simply a wandering celestial body, caught and locked by Mars's gravity, not only in appearance, but in mineral composition. Both Phobos and Deimos closely mimic the signature traits of ancient asteroids. However, when closely examining its extremely low orbit, the Japanese Space Agency proposed a completely different line of research. Instead of being captured from afar, these two moons might actually be the remnants of a colossal cosmic collision in the distant past. A scenario not unlike the theory of Earth's moon, believed to have formed after a planet-sized object slammed into Earth in its early formative years. If the impact was powerful enough, the ejected material from a wounded planet could very well bind together and give birth to new moons. Modern research data also reveals traces of extremely rare organic compounds on both Phobos and Deimos. These molecular structures form the biological foundation, the essential ingredients for building DNA. According to Japan's space agency, these moons resemble floating natural laboratories, ideal outposts for studying the origins of extraterrestrial life. Many theories even suggest, much like our moon, Phobos might be hollow inside. Back in the 1960s, Soviet researchers noticed strange anomalies in its motion. While Mars takes nearly 25 hours to complete a full rotation, Phobos races around the red planet in just about 7 hours. That incredible orbital speed reveals something startling. Phobos has a much lower mass than initially calculated, resulting in extremely weak surface gravity. If you weigh around 68 kilograms on Earth, you'd be just 60 grams on Phobos, lighter than a chicken egg. This ultra-low gravity doesn't just create a floating sensation for any life form brave enough to set foot there. It also makes anchoring to the surface an enormous challenge. Back in the 1950s and 1960s, Soviet astronomer and astrophysicist Iosif Shklovsky made a shocking claim. Phobos' strange orbit only made sense if it were hollow, but it didn't stop there. He further proposed that its outer shell might contain metallic elements, which means this moon may not be natural at all. It could be artificial. If you believe the universe still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, leave a like, drop a comment, share this video, and subscribe to join us on this never-ending journey of discovery. Dr. Freisinger, who once served as a scientific advisor to President Anu, did not rule out the possibility that this moon might be a natural construction. He argued that if Phobos is indeed slowly falling toward Mars, as current measurements suggest, then its low mass and high porosity make complete sense. Even NASA has acknowledged that the moon exhibits several unusual structural characteristics. Instead of being a solid rock, it appears to be a collection of cosmic debris, loosely held together by weak gravity. Phobos researchers describe its surface as being bound by a thin outer shell, with low cohesion, resembling a sheet of metal wrapped around a hollow object. And naturally, the Russians weren't about to sit out this cosmic enigma either. In July 1988, the Soviet Union successfully launched two advanced probes, Phobos 1 and Phobos 2. These were cutting-edge machines, equipped with the most sophisticated tools of their time. Their mission was to study the Martian environment and gather detailed data about the surface of Phobos. But the Soviets weren't alone. 14 other countries, including the United States, also supported the project. However, from the very beginning, the mission faced significant challenges. Phobos 1 never got the chance to perform a single measurement or observation due to a critical failure. Phobos 2 fared better, operating successfully for several months. It completed multiple orbits around Mars and transmitted a wealth of valuable scientific data back to Earth. However, on March 28, 1989, just as the probe was preparing to make its closest approach to Phobos, something strange happened. The signal from the spacecraft began to weaken, and bizarre anomalies started to appear. In a zero-gravity environment, for a probe to suddenly lose control suggested that an external force had intervened. On Earth, teams scrambled to re-establish contact, but all attempts failed. Phobos 2 managed to send back just one final image before it fell completely silent. After days of desperate effort, the mission was officially declared over. The official explanation was a computer software failure. But what Phobos 2 transmitted before vanishing told a very different story. The final image gave rise to a chilling theory that Phobos 2 had been attacked by an unidentified flying object. Following the incident, the Russian government kept most of the probe's photos classified. However, since this was an international collaboration, several nations pushed back against the secrecy. Under increasing pressure, Russia was eventually forced to release a large portion of the captured imagery. But the absence of the final photographs only deepened the mystery surrounding the Phobos 2 mission. And it wasn't until 1991 that a shocking twist surfaced. That year, Soviet test pilot Marina Popovich publicly revealed one of the classified images, long hidden from the world. It immediately caused a sensation when it revealed an unbelievable scene: a long, elliptical-shaped object hovering dangerously close to the surface of Phobos. Experts estimated its length to be around 24 kilometers. This information quickly spread, thanks to a special episode of the American television show Sightings, dedicated to mysterious phenomena. The broadcast claimed that the camera had captured both Phobos and the mysterious object at an extremely close distance. Most astonishingly, the elongated shadow of the object was cast directly onto the red planet's surface. Even more remarkable, the images were taken using infrared technology, which records heat data, independent of visible light. So the question stands: what was it? And why did it attack Phobos 2? But the mystery didn't end there. Phobos 2 also managed to transmit another image, one that baffled the scientific community just as much. A close-up of a region on Mars, revealing rectangular, evenly spaced structures that looked eerily similar to the ruins of an ancient city. The strange, aligned rock formations suggested artificial origins, not natural geology. If an ancient civilization once existed on Mars, Phobos might be its silent witness. Over decades, Mars missions have sent back puzzling images. The most iconic is the Face on Mars, captured by Viking 1 in 1976. A rock formation eerily resembling a human face, eyes, nose, and mouth. NASA called it a trick of light and terrain, but many believe it's a message, or a relic from a long-lost civilization, or visitors not of this world. If you believe the universe still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, leave a like, drop a comment, share this video, and subscribe to join us on this never-ending journey of discovery. According to the Anunnaki legend, they didn't just pass by Mars on their way to Earth. They built an outpost there. Across Mars, not just in Cydonia, lie structures that resemble artificial constructs: pyramids, obelisks, even ruins of ancient cities. The most striking lies in Utopia Planitia, where a massive stone formation rises in the near-perfect shape of a pyramid. Its symmetry and alignment are too precise to dismiss as natural. Many now believe it could be the legacy of a non-human intelligence. Mars's surface holds even more mysteries, from massive pipe-like structures to what appear to be glass corridors, woven beneath the ground, like a buried network. If a civilization ever existed there, Phobos, orbiting so close, would likely bear its traces. Indeed, strange patterns have been found on Phobos. Deep parallel grooves, evenly spaced, 200 to 300 meters wide, with depths consistently between 23 and 27 meters. The grooves even display a different surface tone, suggesting a distinct material composition. New fractures have also emerged over time, spotted during orbital surveys. Phobos 2 even captured a stunning image, resembling the ruins of a Martian city. Rectangular shapes, intersecting straight lines, forming what looked like streets and architectural blocks. Phobos' surface holds even more anomalies. Its largest crater, Stickney, spans 6 miles and covers nearly half the moon, with a near-perfect, circular edge. Some believe it's not a simple impact crater, but an entrance to vast underground caverns. Nearby lies the mysterious Phobos monolith, 91 meters tall, 85 meters wide, with an unusually bright square structure defying natural norms. Some say it's a relic from an ancient alien civilization, a cosmic lighthouse left behind. Others suggest it's evidence of interdimensional technology, a gateway linking distant worlds. These theories even draw parallels to Egypt's Great Pyramid of Giza. Not a tomb, not a monument, but perhaps an ancient power plant. Nikola Tesla may have tried to replicate this ancient tech through his cliff tower. The electric universe theory suggests that electricity, not gravity, is the true driving force of the cosmos. Every planet, star, and galaxy is part of a vast electrical network, silently connecting all things. If true, pyramids across Egypt, Mexico, Peru, and Indonesia may have once tapped into zero-point energy, an infinite source found in every quantum vacuum. These pyramids could have absorbed and transmitted it through obelisks, acting as power relay stations. Mars once had water, and an atmosphere like Earth's. The massive monolith on Phobos may have been another energy collector, sustaining an ancient interplanetary grid. But when Mars lost its atmosphere, that grid collapsed, and with it, an entire civilization may have vanished. Today, most scientists no longer explore this energy theory, dismissing it as too far from reality. Yet the questions remain. What really happened to Phobos 2? Why did it lose control just before completing its mission? And why did the Soviet Union keep the final images hidden for so long? Let's begin with the officially confirmed facts. In 1989, a 37-page report was published by Soviet experts in the journal Nature. Only 3 short paragraphs described the incident, but they revealed enough. Phobos 2 not only lost stability, it may have collided with an unidentified object. Speculation grew. Could this have been caused by non-Earth technology? But one critical detail was overlooked, or deliberately downplayed, by the media. Phobos 2's anomalies began even before it entered Martian orbit. While Phobos 1 lost all contact, its twin faced continuous technical failures, most notably uncontrollable spinning. Despite the instability, Phobos 2 still managed to transmit data to Earth. But what came through was distorted and disjointed. Its cameras frequently malfunctioned, producing heavily glitched imagery. One of the most controversial photos showed a 35-meter-long Tiga shape. Technical analysis concluded it was likely caused by infrared interference, a common issue with optical systems of the era. Yet, Marina Popovich insisted this was the final image sent by Phobos 2. But that wasn't the full story. Within 48 hours, ground control received 57 additional images. All showed a strange phenomenon, a white streak of light cutting across the frame. It remained visible, no matter which direction the camera turned, even when pointed back toward Mars's moon. If you believe the universe still holds secrets waiting to be uncovered, leave a like, drop a comment, share this video, and subscribe to join us on this never-ending journey of discovery. The strange streak only appeared in infrared images, not in standard visuals. This suggests it was heat-based, likely caused by high atmosphere interference. As for Phobos's elliptical shadow, modern probes show soft-edged shadows consistent with Mars's thin air. But one widely shared image in UFO circles shows an unusually sharp outline. In truth, that photo was edited, enhanced contrast and edge sharpening. The original version shows a smooth, natural shadow, just as expected. The shadow image discrepancy is easy to explain. The viral photo was edited, with contrast and sharpness enhancements. The original shows a soft edge, matching modern data. Is Phobos hollow? Likely partially. It likely formed from asteroid fragments, leaving voids inside. Its surface has unusual cracks, unlike Deimos. A 2024 study suggests Mars's gravity is slowly stretching and deforming it. The grooves may mark where the crust is sinking into internal gaps. If this continues, Phobos could be torn apart in about 40 million years. The metallic surface layer of Phobos has a simple explanation. As Mars's gravity stretches the moon over time, ultrafine dust particles get ejected and slowly resettle. Over millennia, this creates a thin gray coating that looks metallic, but is actually ancient dust accumulated over thousands of years. As for the lone boulder standing on a plateau, it does exist, but this kind of terrain isn't rare in the solar system. Some mysterious theories claim it's a beacon, placed by an alien civilization to link across the cosmos. However, most researchers believe it's just a natural result of impact events, with no intelligent design involved. Photos of ancient Martian cities may just reflect pareidolia, our mind finding patterns in dust and stone. Until we set foot there, all theories remain unproven. Despite failed missions, Phobos still represents our quest to explore. Because in the vast unknown, the one thing we must hold on to is faith. If you want to continue discovering untold mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, because the next video might change the way you see the universe.